Welcome to Capitalists versus Consumers, where we break down how money really works and show you how to start building income that works for you. Today we are covering a topic that a lot of people need to hear, but few people talk about honestly: the signs that your debt has crossed from manageable into dangerous territory. Most people with serious debt problems do not wake up one day and suddenly realize they are in trouble. It happens gradually. The signs were there for months or years before the situation became a crisis. Today we are going to walk through those signs clearly and give you a concrete action plan for what to do if you recognize yourself in any of them. Quick note before we get into it: everything we cover here at Capitalists versus Consumers is for educational purposes only and not financial advice. Everyone's financial situation is different, so always do your own research or speak with a qualified financial professional before making major financial decisions. Please hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a report. Let's get into it. Before we get into the signs, let's establish something important. Having debt is not the same as having too much debt. A mortgage on a home you can comfortably afford is debt that works for you. A car loan at a reasonable rate that enables you to earn income is manageable debt. A student loan that led to a career with meaningful earning potential is debt that made financial sense. The signs we are covering today are not about whether you have debt. They are about whether your debt has reached a level where it is actively damaging your financial health and limiting your ability to build a better future. If you recognize yourself in several of these signs, that is not a reason to panic. It is a reason to act, and acting sooner rather than later always leads to better outcomes. Sign number 1. You are only making minimum payments. If you are making only the minimum payment on one or more credit cards every month, that is the first and most important warning sign that your debt has reached a problematic level. Minimum payments are not designed to pay off debt. They are designed to keep you paying interest for as long as possible. On a $5,000 credit card balance at 24% interest making only minimum payments, it could take over a decade to pay off the balance, and you could end up paying back nearly double the original amount. If you look at your credit card statement and the minimum payment is all you can afford, or all you are choosing to pay, your debt is controlling your financial life rather than the other way around. Sign number 2. Your debt-to-income ratio is above 43%. Your debt-to-income ratio is one of the most important numbers in your financial life, and most people have never calculated it. Here's how it works. Add up all of your monthly debt payments: credit cards, car loans, student loans, mortgage or rent, personal loans. Divide that total by your gross monthly income, your income before taxes. Multiply by 100 to get a percentage. For example, if your monthly debt payments total $1,500 and your gross monthly income is $4,000, your debt-to-income ratio is 37.5%. Financial experts generally consider a debt-to-income ratio above 43% to be a warning sign. Above 50% is considered dangerous. At that level, a significant portion of every dollar you earn before taxes is already spoken for, leaving very little room for savings, emergencies, or building wealth. Mortgage lenders use this same calculation when deciding whether to approve a home loan. A high debt-to-income ratio signals to lenders, and should signal to you, that your debt load is becoming unsustainable. Sign number 3. You do not know exactly what you owe. This one surprises people, but it is one of the clearest signs that debt has become a problem. If you cannot tell someone right now exactly how much you owe on every account at every interest rate, your debt situation has gotten away from you psychologically. Avoidance is a coping mechanism. People who are on top of their finances know their numbers. People who are overwhelmed by their debt avoid looking at them. Not knowing what you owe does not make the debt smaller. It just means you are not dealing with it, which allows interest to compound unchecked and the problem to grow larger every month. The action here is simple and immediate. Sit down today and list every debt you have: the creditor, the balance, the interest rate, and the minimum payment. Get a complete picture. That single act of clarity is often the catalyst that starts people on the path to paying it off. Sign number 4. You are using credit cards for everyday necessities. If you are regularly putting groceries, gas, utilities, or other basic living expenses on a credit card and carrying that balance month to month, that is a serious warning sign. Credit cards used this way are a sign that your income is not covering your basic expenses and that the gap is being filled with high-interest debt. Every month you carry that balance, the problem compounds. You are not just covering today's groceries. You are paying 20 to 28% interest on them for months or years. This pattern, if not interrupted, leads to a debt spiral where the balance grows faster than you can pay it down, regardless of how hard you work. Sign number 5. You have been denied credit or received higher rates. If you have applied for credit recently, a loan, a credit card, a mortgage, and been denied or offered a significantly higher interest rate than advertised, that is your financial history telling you something important. Lenders use your credit score and debt history to assess risk. A denial or a high-rate offer is a signal that your debt load or payment history has damaged your credit worthiness. That has real consequences. It makes future borrowing more expensive, makes renting an apartment harder, and in some cases affects employment prospects. Check your credit report at annualcreditreport.com. It is free and you are entitled to one from each bureau every year. Look for high utilization rates, meaning you are using a large percentage of your available credit, and any missed or late payments. These are the factors most likely to be driving a poor credit assessment. Sign number 6. Your debt is causing relationship problems. Money is the leading cause of conflict in relationships. If you and your partner are regularly arguing about debt, hiding purchases from each other, or making financial decisions independently to avoid conflict, that is a sign that debt has moved beyond a financial problem into a relationship problem. Financial secrecy, hiding debt from a spouse or partner, is one of the most common and most damaging patterns in relationships affected by debt. It creates a cycle of shame and avoidance that makes the problem harder to solve and the relationship harder to sustain. If debt is creating tension in your relationship, the most important step is transparency. Having an honest conversation about the full financial picture, as uncomfortable as it is almost always the necessary starting point for resolving both the financial and relationship aspects of the problem. Sign number 7. You have stopped saving or investing. If you are not currently saving anything for retirement, emergencies, or future goals, because all of your available income is going toward debt payments and living expenses, your debt has reached a level that is compromising your future financial security. Every month you are not saving for retirement is a month of compound growth you cannot get back. Every month without an emergency fund is a month where one unexpected expense could deepen the debt hole further. This is one of the most serious signs on this list because the consequences compound over time. A person who delays retirement savings for a decade because of debt faces a significantly harder path to financial security than one who addressed the debt earlier and resumed investing. Sign number 8. You are stressed about money most of the time. Financial stress is one of the most pervasive forms of chronic stress, and it takes a real toll on physical and mental health. If you find yourself regularly anxious about money, losing sleep, avoiding checking your accounts, dreading the end of the month, that psychological burden is itself a sign that your debt situation has become unsustainable. Research consistently shows that financial stress affects workplace performance, physical health, and relationship quality. It is not a character weakness to feel this way. It is a normal human response to a genuinely difficult situation. But it is also a signal that the situation needs to change. Sign number 9. You are considering or have taken a payday loan. If you have taken out a payday loan, or are considering one, to cover basic expenses or to make payments on other debt, that is one of the clearest possible signs that your financial situation is in crisis. Payday loans carry effective annual interest rates of 300 to 400% or more. They are designed for emergency situations, but the structure of most payday loans makes them nearly impossible to pay off without borrowing again, creating a debt trap that is extraordinarily difficult to escape. If you are in this situation, the immediate priority is finding an alternative. Credit unions often offer short-term personal loans at dramatically lower rates than payday lenders. Nonprofit credit counseling agencies can help you assess your options, and in some cases, negotiating directly with creditors for a hardship arrangement is a better path than a payday loan. What to do if you recognize these signs? If you recognized yourself in several of these signs, here is the action plan. Step 1. Get clarity on the full picture. List every debt you have: the creditor, the balance, the interest rate, the minimum payment. Face the numbers completely. This step alone often provides relief because the unknown is always more frightening than the known. Step 2. Calculate your debt-to-income ratio. Know exactly where you stand relative to the 43% warning threshold. Step 3. Stop adding new debt immediately. Cancel automatic payments going to credit cards for discretionary purchases. Switch to debit or cash for everyday spending. Stop the accumulation before attacking what already exists. Step 4. Call your creditors. Ask for lower interest rates, hardship programs, or modified payment plans. As we covered in a previous episode here at Capitalists versus Consumers, this works far more often than most people expect. Step 5. Choose a payoff strategy and start immediately. The avalanche method for saving the most money. The snowball method for building momentum fastest. Either works. The key is starting. Step 6. If the situation feels truly overwhelming, contact a nonprofit credit counseling agency. The National Foundation for Credit Counseling connects people with legitimate counselors who can help you build a plan and negotiate with creditors on your behalf at little or no cost. Step 7. Consider whether bankruptcy is relevant to your situation. Bankruptcy is not the end of the world, and for some people in genuinely unsustainable debt situations, it can be the reset that allows them to rebuild. A bankruptcy attorney can give you a free initial consultation and help you understand whether it is an option worth considering. The bottom line: debt becomes too much when it starts controlling your financial decisions, damaging your relationships, preventing you from building wealth, and creating chronic stress that affects your quality of life. The signs are usually visible long before the situation reaches a crisis point. The challenge is being honest enough with yourself to recognize them and courageous enough to take action before things get worse. Getting out of debt is not easy, but it is possible at any level and from any starting point. The people who successfully turn their financial situations around are not the ones who had the most money or the best circumstances. They are the ones who decided enough was enough and started. That is a wrap on today's breakdown here at Capitalists versus Consumers. If this opened your eyes to something you needed to hear, please hit the like button. It helps more people find this content. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our weekly breakdown every Friday after the close and our daily After the Bell market report every trading day. We will see you in the next one. Resources mentioned in this video: The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey, Dollars and Cents by Dan Ariely. This video contains affiliate links. I may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you.